Alrighty, my Trails fans, and welcome to the next episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Alrighty, so we just passed our Bracer exam. Now we are going to go do a little bit more exploration in Roland's. See what else there is for us to do. Congratulations, you two are now official members of the Bracer Guild. From now on, I'm going to be passing jobs out to you like candy. Bring it on is all I have to say. I look forward to working with the guild. Hi there, Estelle and Joshua. Oh, hi, Ridge. It looks like your training is over, isn't it? I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the Bracer exam. I look forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. I have to get back to work now, but if there's something you don't understand, give me a holler. Very friendly. No current job listings. Hurry up and come on. Well, wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp, what's with the "oh great, it's Estelle" remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wannabe. Tisk tisk, how wrong you are, Luke, how incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in La Belle than the milk that comes from the Persil farm. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers. More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. You get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You'd better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to go train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy, Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it, it's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Alrighty, we've got to go get that paper. Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. How can I help you? Did you manage to become bracers? You bet we did. Maybe I should have you start calling me Hyper Bracer Estelle from now on. By the way, Mr. Rinnon, did the La Belle news come in? Yeah, it came in a little afternoon. Don't brush me off like that, you two. Oh, whatever. I'll take one copy then. That comes to 100 Mira, please. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well? It sure does. The La Belle News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Well, I have made it a personal rule to never turn down sweets. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're travelling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not that I don't like cooking and all, it's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I would be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Nihon. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Awesome. Right, so we've got the recipe book. Talk again. By the way, Mr. Nihon, how did you know that today was our last day of training? Haha, in a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Roland. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding. The women here especially love to gossip. Oh, let's have a quick read of the Liberal News, because these things are pretty cool. Alrighty, the Queen's 60th is nigh, so this usually gives you some kind of an idea of what might be coming up in the future chapters. The half-year countdown to Her Majesty Queen Alicia's 60th birthday celebration has begun. This has been a banner year for Her Royal Highness, sparking more anticipation than this event has ever seen before. But we must not forget too that this year is the 10th since the 100 Days War, a period of intense turmoil for all of Liberl. As we celebrate, let us also reflect on the tragedies of the past, so that we may refrain from ever reliving them in the future. We have been afforded this luxury of hindsight, and we must use it to its fullest. Preparations underway in the royal city. Main Street is filled with the bustle of men and women furiously preparing decor and merchandise for the upcoming festivities and developing new products specifically for sale during the celebration. The competition is truly cutthroat. I yearn for my customers' taste buds to sing with delight, says Mrs. Sorbet, local ice cream purveyor who deals her wares in the city's East Block. Sadly, her new menu will remain a mystery to us until the day of the festival. As the population grows, more and more businesses pop up all around me, but all that means is more customers, especially at festival time, so I'm certainly not complaining, she exclaims with a sly smile. Mrs. Sorbet seems to have a few tricks up her sleeve, so to all her competitors we say, watch out. Who shall stand and who shall fall? Prior to the festival, Her Majesty will be hosting our annual martial arts competition in the Royal Arena. This fiercely competitive tournament is always a big hit, with some avid spectators even regarding it as the day's main event. Which team will come out on top? Society, burglaries across the Beauce region. According to our sources, the Beauce region has seen a string of burglaries over the last several days, and the people have had enough. The Royal Army Border Patrol stationed at the Haken Gate has been stepping up efforts to apprehend the group of criminals responsible for these acts, and anyone with information on their identities is urged to contact the Border Patrol immediately. Travel, finding the perfect getaway. The Kingfisher Inn along the beautiful Valeria Lakeshore is more popular than ever following a visit from the women of the royal city. Won't you come and fish with us too? See who else we have to talk to. I'm I'm so glad that Rinon's store has finally got on track. It seems as though it has become much easier to get products since he started having them brought in by Airliner. Ever since the first augments were invented, this world has become a much easier place to live in. Oh, nobody out there to talk to. Alrighty. There's a couple of people I want to talk to. So they should have some updated dialogue. Estelle, you seem to be rather cheerful today. Did something wonderful happen in your life? Yes, I guess you could say that. Joyous occasions are indeed a wonderful thing. But it is at times when things go well that we should gird up our loins for the trials that lie ahead. O goddess Adios of the firmament, please guide these unseasoned youths. Ooh, it's a sister. Here we go. I'm a newly assigned sister of this chapel. I was recently transferred from the royal city to Rolen. This place is surrounded by greenery and everyone in town is so kind. I think I'm going to enjoy it here. Father Divine is a bit strict, but he is someone I can respect a lot. Was there another sister? Nope, just that one. Let's go speak to the mayor. I think he should have some new dialogue. The missus sometimes helps me with my jobs around the house. On top of that, she treats me like I'm part of the family. She even took me out to eat the other day. I couldn't be happier. Lita takes care of all the housework, but I feel a little awkward about it and often end up doing some of it myself. I'm sure it's because I used to do it all myself before coming to live at this house. It appears like I'm taking Lita's job away, so I wonder if I'm causing her any trouble. Compared to other cities, Rolen is certainly rural with no distinct features. However, I love this city. There's just something warm and inviting about Rolen. I want to build a city that gives importance to that atmosphere. We've got an unusual guest staying here at the moment. She appears to be a student from the Genus Royal Academy. I've heard she's come here to study about Rolen. See if we can find her. Woo, I finally arrived here in Rolen. I think the first thing I'm going to do is have a look around. Yep. Nothing else to say. I don't think there was any other guests. Somebody in the clock tower. Does he have new dialogue? A beautiful sound as always. I love the toll of this tower bell. This bell does more than tell the time. It's also marking Roland's history. Anybody else? At the airport, I think. Luscious chocolate skin, captivating ruby eyes. Sherazad's quite the exotic beauty, wouldn't you say? She's got that fascinating charm that people in Labelle don't have. Alan's off in his own little world again. I've actually gone drinking with Sherazad before, but the strange thing is I have absolutely no memory of that time. Maybe I should try and ask her out again. There are two airliners which travel to the 5 major cities, an eastward circling one and westward circling one. The westward circling airliner travels from Grand Cell to Roland, Bose, Rouen and Zeiss in that order. The eastward circling airliner travels in the opposite direction from Grand Cell to Zeiss, Rouen, Bose and Roland in that order. Oh, there's another guy over here. I am proud of the work I do here. That's because I've always wanted to work on orbital engines ever since I can remember. And then, let's see, back to the restaurant again. Well, let's see, I've made contact with some people at the Malga mine and we're working out a few business details at the moment. But please just wait a little longer. It seems like somehow I'll be able to get the lumber I wanted. Simon, our Septium purchases are going to go through fine, right? Since I spared no effort in coming all the way to Roland, failure is not an option. I better get back to the mine before the boss figures out I ditched work. Really? You're completely finished with your training? Yay, we finally finished, Elisa. I am officially a real bracer. Well, congratulations, Estelle. You always wanted to be a bracer ever since you were a kid, haven't you, Estelle? But don't bracers have a lot of dangerous jobs? Yeah, something like that. Joshua, Estelle, don't overdo it, and watch out for each other. Estelle has this tendency to get in over her head. That's a very good observation, Elisa. The only problem is that Estelle doesn't realise this herself. Huh, I'm standing right here, you guys. Joshua and I just care about you, Estelle, that's all. Anyway, don't get too full of yourself and end up getting hurt, okay? Okay. It looks like that female merchant over there came from Bose. Not only does she seem smart, but she's extremely attractive as well. Then again, she'd probably never give me the time of day. Her accent is a little different though. My son-in-law is still half a man when it comes to this business. This isn't an easy job and it takes a good 2 to 3 years to become a real woodsman. In my opinion, there are two kinds of enjoyment that come from food. Put bluntly, they are eating and cooking. But I think my passion for cooking outweighs the other. Of course, I enjoy eating delicious food as well. Well, Estelle, I haven't seen you around here for a while. It's been some time since you graduated from Sunday school, right? Did you say hi to Elisa? She started helping around here not too long ago. Please visit her if you have some time. She's been wanting to see you. Yep, just said hi to her. Hey Estelle and Joshua, is it true that you really became bracers? You're always one of the first to hear everything, aren't you, Claire? This is just what I expected. I saw the potential in you both way back. Yup. You're going to get out there and earn a lot of success, right? I like Sherazad's adult charm, but I'm partial to both you and Joshua. Huh? I'll take that as a compliment. There's a couple of people in here, I believe. Just when I thought Luke had come home, he took off out the door again. I told the boy that dinner was almost ready too. That boy is always running around like his pants are on fire. He just can't sit still for 2 minutes. My son Pat has been gone since this morning. I hope he's not getting into any trouble with Luke. I'm worried about what he's up to. Thanks to the airliners in recent days, even Roland has been able to get a good selection of books. And thanks to that, I find myself compelled to buy a new one each time I head to the store. But I get yelled at by my wife for getting so many, so maybe I should cut back a bit. I've only got the first chapter of this novel, so if you want, I'll give it to you. Perfect. So, those Cornelia books, I'm probably going to do a quick video at the end of the playthrough to go through them all of the one after another, rather than just reading them as I collect them, because you don't really get the full story that way. This one in particular I'm actually going to be selling and then buying back later once I've gotten some mirror saved up, just because it allows us to get a few more defensive items prior to that. I love my daddy so much. He's so strong and he's always nice to me. I've already started dinner for the night. I'm making plenty, so hopefully my husband will be coming home today. Staying overnight in the mine and working through the night is pretty common for him. Sounds pretty tough. It's almost time for my husband to come home from work. I better get to work on preparing dinner. Here we go. I've confessed to her several times since this morning, but I can't get her to accept my love. It doesn't seem like she hates me or anything. What am I doing wrong? I'm so distressed. He's my type and I'd like to accept his proposal, but this place is not my ideal situation. Is the place or whatever really that important? Of course it is. This could be the memory of a lifetime. It may be the place that comes to my mind when I'm an old grandma and lying on my deathbed. I just can't accept an alleyway like this as being that place. I guess this type of thing can only be understood by those involved. She wants to be proposed to in a very romantic place. Uni should be back any time now, but that's odd of her not to be home by now. Estelle, Joshua, if you see my Uni, could you tell her to come home? She's never broken curfew before, but I'm worried because she's still just a little girl. Uni, I can't remember if I've spoken to her recently. The oddments we see today are built using the structure of a clock. Therefore, even old technicians such as myself can tinker with some of their parts. When it comes to these quartz circuits, however, I'm a bit out of my league. I don't know who invented these things, but they're extremely complicated little machines. Hey, you're doing good work so far. Ah, what's that emblem on your chest? Congratulations, you two, so you've finally become braces, huh? Thanks. Estelle, you are way too proud of yourself. Why'd you always have to ruin the moment, Joshua? I should be this happy because I earned it. You should at least let me bask in the glory for a minute. Sometimes you can just be so... But Estelle, now that you've become a bracer, you're going to have to get over your little, problem with orbital arts. Man, you too? Why'd you have to go and spoil my day by saying things like that? If you have any other business needs, don't forget to stop by. Did I speak to this person? Seems like it's going to take a bit longer for me to get the lumber together for this order. I must work hard to get my father-in-law to acknowledge me, for my wife's sake. I've got one last place to go. I don't think there's anybody around here. Good afternoon. Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. So how'd your training go? That emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less from Cassius's kids. But we're still braces in training. I see, but well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. Don't sweat it. I knew it'd happen eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame though, there's hardly anyone out there with as good an eye for weapons as you. But that's the path you've chosen, so get out there and show us what you're made of. So I think I'm wanting to buy the armor vest. So I should be able to afford that if I sell... Yep, there we go. Sell you. I'll be buying that back again later, but I need to buy the armored vest. Then equip that to you. Hello there, Joshua and Estelle. Stella, listen to this. I finally became a bracer. My goodness, is that true? And Joshua too? Yes, ma'am, that's right. Congratulations to the both of you, you did wonderfully. But one thing, Estelle, you shouldn't be proud just because you became a bracer. This is just the starting point. I understand that. The two of you will experience a lot of new things as bracers, and I hope that I can be proud of the fact that this is the path you chose in the coming years. But enough about my feelings. Please work hard and good luck. Alrighty, so that should be almost everyone. There's another person here. It's such a warm day today, isn't it? Looks like we'll be able to take a nice afternoon nap. Alrighty, that looks like that's everybody who you can talk to in Roland. So I'm going to go ahead and end the next episode there. Next episode we'll be able to see potentially what those kids are up to. But I'm going to do some grinding off the screen, and I will see you on the next episode. So thanks for joining, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification icon, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.